Hi. So today I'd like to talk about Windsurf AI. Windsurf AI is AI coding tool, basically same as Cursor. It's a VS Code fork with integrated AI as a coding assistant. Windsurf and Cursor are fighting for spot number one for AI coding IDE. Windsurf is my IDE of choice because it's as powerful as Cursor. It has some drawbacks. It has stuff that it's better at than Cursor, but it's twice as cheap. So for $10, I think it's $10. Yeah, it's $10. It's 15 if you start using it now, but for me, I'm a early adopter, so it's $10 for me. For $10, actually, you get almost everything that you get with Cursor, and some things are better. So this is a VS fork, so it has the same functionality as VS Code. You get your Explorer here, source control, extensions and stuff like that. You have a terminal down there. What sets this tool apart from all the others is Cascade. Cascade is like Cursor's composer feature. So it's basically AI implementation inside this editor. You have two basic modes of working: write and chat. Chat is just like your typical chat with AI, where you can ask questions and talk to your AI, but it won't directly implement the code. And write mode is when you give the permission to Windsurf to create files, write code, use terminal, install things, etc. This is what you will use mostly. From models, you have currently all the best models that are on the market. So you have Claude 3.5 Sonnet, you got GPT-4o, and just recently they added O3 Mini, DeepSeek V3, and DeepSeek R1 reasoning model. What's interesting about these DeepSeek models is they don't use up credits like GPT and Claude. For instance, DeepSeek V3 only uses a quarter model for prompt credit. You get 500 premium model uses for the Pro plan, and Sonnet, GPT-4o and O3 Mini use 1 credit each time you use it. But DeepSeek V3 uses only a quarter of a credit each time you use it, and even the DeepSeek reasoning model uses half a credit. So basically, R1 actually has 1,000 prompts that you can use monthly, and V3 2,000. Just like Cursor, you have this add command that you can use to add documentation to your context, add web links. That's mostly used for documentation, and that's not in this option. You can link files or directories. Just don't go overboard with it, because Windsurf is actually Cascade is actually pretty good at figuring out the context on its own. So you don't really need to link directories or files unless it's really necessary. First step of every prompt, every new prompt actually, is to read your code base and figure out what you're doing with it. So except this Cascade window, you can do inline writing of code. You just type Control I, and you can add a code or talk to this part of code that you selected. So if you want to do some local changes, Control I or inline code is actually the way to go. For instance, if you want to add or remove something from this function, you just say Control I and start typing remove and blah blah. It's interesting that in inline text you can use only GPT-4o Mini, 4o and Sonnet. You can't use DeepSeek models or O3 Mini. In these Windsurf settings, I want to draw your attention to global AI rules and workspace AI rules. So these are actually like cursor rules. So you can write some rules that you want your AI coding tool to follow when creating code. So for instance, I have some basic rules that I implemented myself, and there are some rules that I found on the internet. I'm not sure where I got this, but I liked it, and I'm using it ever since. So you can say that you are on a Windows machine, so that every code that every terminal code that it gives you should be for Windows 11. That you want English as your primary language, that you want AI to use markup language, and stuff like that you are not a programmer, so provide detailed instructions. These are global rules for all projects, and you have these workspace AI rules. I don't have actually for this project, but these are the rules that Cascade will follow in specifically this project. They call it workspace. You can add, if you are working in Next.js project, you can add something specific for Next.js. If you are working with Python, you can give instructions for Python specifically. So that's the changes from project to project. So that's about it. That's related with Windsurf. Just go to codium.com/Windsurf and you can download the editor here. If you are on the lookout for a powerful AI coding tool, I suggest you give this one a try. It's much cheaper than Cursor and at least almost as powerful. So I hope you get some use out of this information, and if you have some additional questions that you want me to answer, just ask in the comments and I'll try to answer it as soon as I can. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. I hope the next one will be a coding video.